Some people have said they can't see the point of ND filters on the new DJI Mavic 4 Pro. And about a week ago, I made a full test and review on these ones from Freewell, the normal ones and the polarized ones. And if you're interested in that, you'll find a link up here. The thing is, you will need them if you want to get buttery smooth, natural looking footage with motion blur if you're filming out in bright sunlight. And today's short video, I'm going to show you the difference it makes. Plus, share a top tip the pros use and they don't seem to be sharing with us. So let's get into it. Hi everyone, hope you're all tickety-boo. Now don't forget, I'm going to share a top tip at the end of this video which the pros use with their drone footage and don't seem to share. And remember, I made a full test and review on these filters to see how good they actually really are and is there any colour shifter, etc. and things like that with some real footage that most people are used, not some set up scene and things like that. But a few people have commented that they saw no difference, that there wasn't any real motion blur. Well, they were actually right, because I had actually filmed this in 30 FPS and you don't really need them when you're flying high up in the air and away from subjects and things like that, or if you have that high FPS, because you won't get motion blur. But when you're flying close to the ground and you're using 25 FPS, then this is when they really come into their own. Let me show you what I mean. You see here, if you have high FPS and a shutter speed, your footage can be a bit jerky to the naked eye. You see in this footage here, with no ND filters on there, you need to have high FPS and a shutter speed just to get the exposure correct. And if I pause it here, what you're going to see is that it almost looks like a still photo. Everything is clear and visible and in focus. So let's set the FPS to 25, which is correct for the UK, but 24 if you're elsewhere, and use the 180-degree rule for doubling the shutter speed to 50. Even with the ISO set at 100, everything you can see here is going to be overexposed, even if you increase the aperture. So you really do need end filters, as you can see here. When I add one on and get the correct exposure to maintain that correct FPS and shutter speed, you can see that the highlights are not blown out in any way, shape or form. And that's how you get that lovely buttery smooth motion blur that makes your footage look natural. And you can see this better when I pause the footage here again and look how everything seems to be blurred. For example, look at the blades of the grass. That's what you call natural motion blur. So here's some comparison footage just for you to check out, and then at the end, as I said, I'll come back with that top tip for you.
Won't cave under pressure. I go on for days. Make you believe me, you better pray. Born bred overcomer, I can't be contained. When it's all or nothing, make no mistake. I'm a game changer. I'm a risk taker. I don't hide from the battle. The battle hides from me. I'm a game changer. No time for regret. I'm gonna do it, you won't forget. Born bred overcomer, I can't be contained. And when it's all or nothing, make no mistake, I'm a game changer.
So now you've seen them in action, getting that motion blur, what do you really think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you've got any questions, then leave them there. I will always get back to you. And before I share that top tip with you, if you found this useful in any way, shape or form, don't forget, hit the old like button. And while you're at it, why don't you hit the old subscribe if you haven't already, because then you won't miss out on any other future out and about videos or reviews and things like this. So I promised you that little tip, didn't I? Basically, it's pretty simple. What you need to do is to put the highest filter on there for the conditions. Now, as a rule of thumb, what I use is ND8 or ND16 for those overcast days or early in the morning when the sun isn't quite bright and things like that. And then we use ND32 and 64 on the bright sunny days. But that's not the tip. And also, don't forget, use the polarizers when you're flying near water, windows or reflective surfaces so you don't get that reflection off it, unless of course you want the reflection, which some people do. It's all down to your own personal preference at the end of the day. Then you put your drone into the pro setting. Set your FPS to 25 and your shutter speed to 50. Then you shut the aperture and the ISO to auto, just like this. And this way the drone should actually compensate for any changes in exposure and actually work it out itself for you. However, if you're going to be flying into sunlight and then turning the drone around like this, away from it, then you might want to consider setting the shutter speed to auto as well. And it shouldn't really impact things if you're flying high in the air and not close to the ground. As you can see here, as I'm flying towards the sun and then I turn around, it actually does alter it slightly, but it doesn't really impact the footage when you're flying up high. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully this has helped you in some way and made your mind up whether or not you want ND filters. Until next time everybody, stay safe out there, have fun making stuff, and above all, keep smiling. See ya.